Good morning, students. Today's concept is about on what is XML. Extensible XML is an extensible markup language. Extensible means we have to create our own tags. In HTML, there is a predefined tags are there, but XML we have to define our own tags. That is, it is a extensible markup language. Is a markup language. XML designed to store and transport data. XML is designed to store and transport the data. Next point. XML was released in late 19s. It was created to provide an easy to use and store self-describing data. XML became a W3C recommendation on February 10, 1998. XML is not a replacement for HTML. XML is designed to be self-descriptive. XML designed to carry data, not to display data. XML tags are not predefined. You must define your own tags. XML is a platform independent and language independent. Next point. XML parsers. An XML parser is a software library or package that provides interfaces for client application to work with an XML document. The XML parser is designed to read the XML and create a way for programs to use XML. XML parser validates the document and check that document is well formatted. Let's understand the working of XML parser by the figure given below. XML parsers, types of XML parsers. These are the two main types of XML parsers. One is DOM and second is SX. DOM means document object model. DOM means document object model. DOM is a document object model. DOM document is an object which contains all the information of an XML document. DOM document is an object which contains all the information of an XML document. It is composed like a tree structure. XML DOM document is composed like a tree structure. The DOM parser implements a DOM API. The DOM parser implements a DOM API. This API is very simple to use. Features of DOM parser. DOM parser creates an internal structure in memory, which is a DOM document object, and the client applications get information of the original XML document by invoking methods on this document object. DOM parser has a tree-based structure. Advantages are it supports both read and write operations, and the API is very simple to use. It is preferred when random access to widely separated parts of a document is required. Disadvantage, it is memory inefficient, consumes more memory because the whole XML document needs to be loaded into memory. It is comparatively slower than other parsers. SX, simple API for XML. SX, simple API for XML. SX parser implements SX API. This API is an event-based API and less intuitive. Features of SX parser. It does not create any internal structure. Client does not know what methods to call. They just overrides the methods of the API and places his own code inside method. It is an event-based parser. It works like an event handler in Java. Advantages, it is simple and memory efficient. It is very fast and works for huge documents. Disadvantages, it is event-based, so its API is less intuitive. Clients never know the full information because the data is broken into pieces. XML DDT. What do you mean by XML DDT? What is DDT? DDT stands for document type definition. DDT stands for document type definition. It defines the legal building blocks of an XML document. It defines the legal building blocks of an XML document, document type definition. It is to define document structure with a list of legal elements and attributes. Purpose of DDT. Its main purpose is to define the structure of an XML document. It contains a list of legal elements and define the structure with the help of them. Checking validation. Before proceeding with XML DDT, you must check the validation and XML document is called well-formed if it contains the correct syntax. A well-formed and valid XML document is one which have been validated against DDT. Visit www.xmlvalidation.com to validate the XML file. Valid and well-formed XML document with DDT. Let's talk an example of well-formed and valid XML document. It follows all the rules of DDT. Employee.xml XML version is equal to 1.0. DOCTYPE employee system employee.ddt. Employee first name Vimal first name, last name Jaiswal last name, email vimal@javatype.com. Imply in the above example, the DOCTYPE declaration refers to an external DDT file. The content of the file is shown in the following paragraph. Employee.ddt element imply first name last name email element first name piece parser character data and last name parser character data. Email is also parser character data. The DOCTYPE imply defines that the root element of the document is implied. Root element is implied. Element implied defines that implied element contains three elements: first name, last name, and email. Element first name, it defines that the first name element is parserable data type, that is parser character data type. And last name element last name defines that last name element is parser character data type. Element email, it defines that the email element is parser character data type. XML DDT with entity declaration. A DOCTYPE declaration can also define special strings that can be used in the XML file. An entity has three parts: an ampersand, an entity name, a semicolon. Syntax to declare entity. Entity name, entity value. Let's see code to define the entity in DOCTYPE declaration. Author.xml, XML version is equal to 1.0. Standalone is equal to S, DOCTYPE author, element author, PC data, entity HJ, Sonu, Jaiswal, author and HJ author. In the above example, HJ is an entity that is used inside the author element. In such case, it will print the value of SJ entity, that is Sonu Jaiswal. Thank you.